Hi everybody, it's Lisa, it's Twilight's mom, and I have had a lot of requests on how to make the shaker magnets from the little wavy cups that we get from the Dollar Tree. Now you cannot find these very often, at least I don't, but if you get lucky enough to find them, you can create these cute little magnet shakers. And I've had quite a few people want me to show this. Now, I did put a video up last year. I got this idea from Leanna. Hi, Leanna. It's a deal. She tried it out on shaker cards and things like that. And so I'm going to show you how to create this. And it's just got your sequins and washi tape and all that on it. So the first thing you need are the little wavy plates from the Dollar Tree, and you get a pack of 12. You will need some glue, preferably the fast drying, but I don't know how fast drying. This is also from Dollar Tree. You will need some paper, decorative paper for the back of it, the inside part of the shaker. You don't actually want scrapbook paper, you want cardstock or a little bit thicker. Now I've chosen this pineapple bluish paper. It's not real thin, but it's not real thick like a cardstock. And then you'll want a magnet, and you can buy a package of these at Walmart. Some sequins, or like in this case I put heart-shaped buttons inside. Just anything you want to go inside of your shaker, because you do have room to have a thicker item in there. So I do not have any little pineapples or anything for this, but that's okay. We can just make one from sequins. So the first thing you will do is you want to just basically cut, you know, a fair, generous amount around your cup. You do want overhang. You do not want it to be the exact size. You want some overhang on this. Then we'll take our glue, and I'm just using one of these little paint palettes from the Dollar Tree, because if you try to put this right along the edge, I don't have a real steady hand, and I always end up with glue inside or outside. So what I do is I paint the glue right along the edges. Let's get some better lighting, maybe. Nope. So you just take one of the cheapy paint brushes from the Dollar Tree, and you just put a generous amount right along the edge. Can you guys see that? Just paint it right along the edge of your wavy cup. And see, even with the paintbrush, I go over the edge there. This glue does dry clear, so if that happens to you, don't worry about it too much. Now, some of you may be, why aren't you putting your sequins in first? Because I like to let this get just a few minutes setup time. And you can put your sequins in first, but I like to give the glue just a little bit of setup time before I put my paper on it. So while that's sitting, I usually put my sequins or whatever in it. And you want a generous amount, because, you know, you'll be shaking it and whatever, so you want a generous amount on your edges. Okay, just wipe this off. And this will clean up with a baby wipe, a damp cloth, even a tissue. Because that's what I have handy. There we go. So let's pour a few sequins in here. We're all done with that glue. This is easy. You will be like, why did I need to be taught how to do this? Because it's so simple. Put some sequins. Got my gold. Got my turquoise or teal. Some people call it teal. I don't know why I call it turquoise. Then you take your pre-cut paper and you just set it on top. Give it a little press. Make sure you've got plenty on all edges. And I just feel with my hand because you don't want to tip it over. If you tip it over, your sequins will get stuck right along the seam with all of your glue. Okay, so that one we're going to set aside. I did pre-glue one the other day so they'd be all ready. I like to let these sit for about 24 hours just to make sure that it has a really good seal. So we've got all this excess. So what you do is you just take a small pair of scissors, anything that you can do fine cut with, and you just cut right along the edge of your dish. You don't want to take this too far because I have done that. I have cut too far into this bottom, and then I ended up with a little hole that I had to re-glue. I mean, it's an easy fix, but still, why take that step if you don't have to? And there we go. It's all trimmed up and everything like that. So, next thing you want to do is I like to pick a washi tape that coordinates with all the colors and everything, and decorate the back of it. Now, when I first started making these, I would put my magnet on and then washi tape over. No one realized that this was a magnet. They thought it was because the washi tape covered it. So they always thought it was just a shaker. You know, oh, that's cute. What am I going to do with that? You know? So because of that, I learned, put the magnet on the top of the washi. Now this, you kind of want to overlap it and everything like that so that you cover it all. And it does get sticky. This type of washi tape does. It is kind of like a duct tape kind of washi. It isn't really our paper washi type thing, but it goes well with the paper that I have inside of the shaker. But this is an easy little project that, heck, if you've got probably a 5 to 8 year old kid who's wanting a summer project, it's easy, it's cheap, it's something that, you know, could keep them busy. You know, if they've got a birthday, you know, grandmothers would love to have this from their grandchildren. You know, what grandma doesn't want a magnet that was handmade by their grandbabies? You could probably, which I just thought of this, you could probably put, you know, those, oh, whenever our kids get their school pictures taken, they always end up with a bunch of those teeny weeny little pictures of themselves. They're not very big. They're only a little bit. You could put one in the middle of those. That would be great. I never thought of that. Okay, now I need a better pair of scissors to trim this sticky stuff because my little scissors are not going to do it. Let's see how these work. Oh yeah, these work great. So what you'll do is you'll just trim off this extra washi, just like you did the paper, right along the edge. I don't know if you guys can hear her, but my cat wants to go out, and she is going to wait until I'm done. Me and that cat. Yep. She's meowing at the door. But she just came in, so she will survive, I promise. Okay, now, got a little bit off there, but that's okay, that's okay. You can be a lot neater than I was with this one. Then you just place your magnet right there. Now, if you want to, you can reinforce the magnet with some glue, but I have found that these magnets have really good sticky on it. Really good. And there you have your shaker magnet. Now you can make these for birthdays, you can make these for holidays. I made a bunch of these, one for everybody that I work with for Christmas. So yeah, and even my maintenance men, weeks later, I would see them hanging on their toolboxes because they have rolling toolboxes that they can take from machine to machine. So that was kind of fun. And one guy, I think, still has his stuck on his toolbox. So that was kind of fun seeing that they had, put that on their toolboxes and everything. But yeah, this is how you do it. It's simple. It's easy. It's there's nothing to it. Just a simple, quick little shaker to give to a friend or what have you. So everybody, I'm going to get off of here. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any questions, just leave them down below and have fun. Don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and leave me a comment. You know I love to hear from each and every one of you. Bye.